Am I the a-hole for wanting to split our fire insurance payout fairly instead of just covering my BF's losses? My home of 35 years burned to the ground last year. I owned it, but my boyfriend had lived there with me for the last 10 years and paid a rent of less than half of the total of living expenses. He didn't have renter's insurance, though my policy allowed me to cover his belongings if I chose to. I didn't even have to, and honestly, I know darn well he never would have bothered with his own if he'd been renting somewhere else. He's lucky I just so happened to select that coverage years ago, without even realizing it covered a partner like him to protect my own stuff. For the past year and a half, I've been in absolute hell, itemizing every single lost item, meeting with adjusters, hiring lawyers, digging up ancient receipts, and scouring old photos for proof, all by myself. And I've shelled out tens of thousands of dollars in private adjusters and attorneys' fees to even get this far. The only help he offered? Handing over access to his online shopping records, and that's it. Finally, the insurance company agreed to pay up to the policy limits for contents. Sounds like a win, right? Except I was terribly underinsured to cover both of our belongings. The total loss is no small amount. To make matters worse, they haven't even paid enough on the dwelling coverage to rebuild the house. I'm staring down massive out-of-pocket costs just to have a roof over my head again. He will not be contributing to the rebuild expenses. I don't think I should eat the entire shortfall alone. I proposed we split the payout fairly, based on the percentage of value for each of our things. I do want to lessen his loss, but not at the expense of my own financial security. For context, if my stuff was valued at $70,000 and his at $30,000 out of $100,000 total, he'd get 30% of the payout, I'd get 70%, and we'd each absorb our proportional uncovered bit. It's equitable, not punitive. At first, I thought maybe I just wasn't explaining it well enough, so I told him that if he just listened, he'd see how fair the proposal really was. But he refuses to even try to understand. He acts like I'm trying to screw him over, demands he just gets paid for his stuff, and shuts down any discussion. His attitude is starting to make me feel like I should give him less than equitable, and to charge him for all the work I did settling the claim. It is hundreds of hours. Seeing this entitled side of him, unwilling to meet me even halfway after everything I've shouldered, has me seriously rethinking our entire relationship. Am I the a-hole for insisting on a proportional split? If so, how should I handle this?
Here are the top comments.
He wants to get fully paid out when he didn't have the coverage. What? Not the a-hole. Please think about why you are in this relationship.
You weren't married. I assume his name was not on the insurance policy or deed. He was a renter who chose to not carry insurance. He just learned a hard lesson. In my opinion, he gets $0, not the a-hole.